Hey everyone, so we're breaking in today to this IDT package. This is my second ambassador package from IDT or iDippedThat, and the ones that I received in May were just amazing. So I'm so excited about seeing these. We got a sneak peek of some videos, and Devon packaged this package for me, not myself, but Devon of IDT. I think it's kind of fun that I share a name with one of the owners. He is really great people, and so super excited to break into this package that he put together. So we've got two releases in June, one at the end of June. The Summer Refreshers is coming out on June 30th, and the 4th of July, July 4th celebrations are coming up on June 16th. So you'll definitely want to grab those to make sure you're ready for the 4th of July. Let's break into these Summer Refreshers first. Again, these are releasing on June 30th. So sorry, y'all. You have to wait a little bit. But these are going to be worth the wait because they are gorgeous. So let's see. Our first one here is Razzade. It is this kind of pinky purpley color. It looks a little bit more purple in the jar than it looks when you get it fully swatched and top coated. You'll see that at the end. I am going to do 2 coats of each of these. Activate just like normal. So it does come out a brighter pink. And the super exciting part, which I didn't realize at first when I was first swatching them, is that this is a jelly. So it is definitely full color, but it has that translucentness to it, which if you are envisioning any peekaboo nails this summer or like sea glass, this is what you're going to want. So it's not like the sea glass greeny color, but it's that same translucentness. And Blue Razz, which you just saw me dip into here, is also a jelly. It is a really pretty, just kind of deep, dark blue. And it goes really well with all of these colors. The next one up is Grape Slushee. I am loving this summer, this fine dip with just a few chunkies. It has a real simplicity to it, but it's kind of that simple where it's really, really lovely because it's not super over the top and it is so shiny. So it is a purple fine glitter, but when you start moving it, you see these darker blues that definitely match with the blue Razz. This is Xtra Ice, and it is extra in all of the best ways. It has these color shifting kind of shardy glitter things. It is a kind of bright white with, like I said, all of that kind of color shift in there. This is going to be great for a one color Wednesday. It's going to be amazing as an ombre on top, even as a topper if you were more minimal in your application. So you could put it on top of a lot of really cool things. You could probably even do this as like some sort of a take on a French where like you put this Xtra Ice on just the tips. I'm excited to see what you all do with this, and then I'm going to copy because you all always have really great ideas. This is Icy. It is blue. It gives like frozen drink by the beach vibes, but I think you could also use it in the winter. So grab it now, use it for all of your fun manis this summer, and then break it back out in winter for kind of like an Elsa vibe. But for now, let's think about all of those frozen drinks on the beach and next to the pool. This is really pretty. It has all these different chunks in it, a little bit of tinsel, and definitely a really great sparkle. So I'm going to go back through and I'm going to do a second dip of each of these. Watch when I put on the second layer of base on this Razzade and Blue Razz, how they get a little translucent. See here? That's the jelly that I was talking about before. So this color is going to build really, really nicely. So you can kind of ombre sprinkle it on. If you were doing a peekaboo, you'd put more or kind of thicker layers towards your tips or towards your cuticle, depending on where you wanted your peekaboo to be. And then Blue Razz is going to be similar. But I really like that these are not pastels. My other set of jellies from a different company are more of a pastel muted color. These are full bright colors. They just have that translucent to them. That's going to be really fun. And then Grape Slushee with that fine glitter, and then a few of the chunkier ones with that purple, but then when you move it around, it definitely has some darker blue fine glitters in there also, which is making it such a great match for blue Razz. Xtra Ice, if you want a more opaque look, that second coat is definitely going to get you a lot closer. And then you could, like I talked about, you leave it as just one layer or a thinner layer to be a topper. And Icy. These are just so pretty, and I really love how they all go together. They could very easily be the stars of the show if you did a one color mani. You could also do a skittle using all of these, do some color blocking. So I'm gonna push these to the side. I'm gonna brush them off, do my activator, and then I'll top coat all of them at the end. So you'll have to let me know, y'all, in the comments, which of these would you like to see us all wearing first? I know some of the other ambassadors have already cooked up these really cute looks. So what are some colors or combinations you'd like to see? I'm even thinking about combining them with some of the colors from May because I think that these are going to go really well together. And you can see again, if you are unfamiliar with jelly, which is why I keep bringing it up because I feel like jellies are a little less common. You can see that kind of translucentness when I put on the activator. That's how it's supposed to be. So these are supposed to be kind of translucent. If you wanted a more opaque look, you would need to do more layers or maybe layered on top of a white. So let's break into this July 4th celebration. Now I have to tell you, this is one of those things where I probably would not have purchased these colors for myself because I'm not generally a big red, white, and blue person. But I've already seen some of the other ambassadors wearing them, and I gotta tell you, I'm pretty excited about now owning some red, white, and blue because I've got some ideas. So I think it's one of those things where like your adult or your parent buys you something and you're like, oh, why did you get this for me? And then you try it on and you're like, oh, you know me better than I know myself. So this is Firecracker. It is opaque. It is gorgeous. And it has just a small shimmer to it, but it is mostly a solid. It is very close in color to the other blue in the Refreshers collection, but it's not the translucentness. And then of all of these colors, I am probably most excited about Poppets. Poppets is a bright, fully opaque white that glows. And y'all, whites usually get a really bad reputation, deservedly so, for being kind of not that fun to work with because they show every single flaw, they clump. This white did none of that. It was fantastic to work with. So I'm super excited about this bright white Poppets. And now the grand finale is a red, white, and blue foil. And I was super excited to see if these foils would or wouldn't bleed. Sometimes with a foil, you have to be really careful, especially if you're using dip liquids and not gel, because your activator and your top coat can make your liquids bleed, or not your liquids, make your liquids bleed. They can make your foils bleed. So we will see here in a second when we do those steps if they do in fact bleed. And then Punk is your fire of a fine red glitter. This is going to carry you through all 12 months. This is a 4-season color. You can wear this in the winter as a holiday. You can wear it as an amazing red, white, and blue right now. It's going to be fall, spring. Grab this Punk because if you don't have a bright red fine glitter like this, you need one. So here's that second dip of Firecracker. It is so pretty with that fine shimmer in there. And it is just a really pretty blue color. Then Poppets, watch how easily this application is. There is no difficulty here at all. There's no kind of clumpiness or unevenness. You can already tell even with this second layer that it is really opaque. And white, you need a good white. So if you don't have one, or if you have one that is not treating you well, get this one to replace it. You can also use your whites under your decals. I feel like decals have really become super popular lately, as they should. You all know I love my nails in a coffin decals, and putting a decal over a bright white and a glow on top of that, fire every single time. So do yourself a favor and grab it. With Grand Finale, I did tap my jar to bring a few of those foils back up to the top to get inside. I had just a little bit of a foil hole in the middle here, just meaning I didn't get some foils on my swatch. If this was my nail, I would just hand place the glitters to make sure I had them evenly placed the way I wanted them. Or you could do a pour over and you're going to get more of that base color. Then you could hand place the foils on top of it if you wanted some sort of like a color blocking or a stripe of foils, or if you just wanted fewer foils. The foils in this also were a really, really good size, not too small, not too big. So thank you, IDT, because you thought of all the details. I don't think it was a coincidence that these dips were so great. I did get a few of the foils into my base brush, so I'm just putting them onto a lint-free, getting it all nice and clean before I go into that second coat of Punk. Look how shiny that is, and there's no top coat yet. I do like the second layer because you get like a little preview of what it's going to look like with a top coat. We're going to dip it in, and then we're going to go through kind of those last few steps before we have our final top coated super shiny reveal. So in the video right then, I realized that Poppets was a glow, and it was like super exciting. I told you all earlier than I found out. And just brushing them all off, getting them perfect. Then we're going to activate. So here I'm going to activate these 4, and then I'm going to go in and top coat all 9 of them. You can see how pretty they are even together across these 2 collections. If you are new to dipping and you just buy these 2 collections, you're going to have so many great combinations that you can do. I'm super excited. And here comes our top coat. I think the focus is a little out, so you can definitely see the colors, but you cannot see as clear how shiny these are. I've been playing with my camera settings, and I don't think that this video settings were the stuff. You can see them, but I think I can get it a little bit crisper in focus. So I'm going to keep playing you all. It's a little bit of trial and error. This channel is still new. I'm really liking it as a hobby though, getting to make these videos for you all. So thank you so much. If you are a returning watcher, thank you. You don't know how good it makes me feel when I see that people have watched these videos. It's really great when you comment and tell me that you like it or what you'd like to see. You don't have to just praise. You know, if there's something you'd like to see, a combination or a technique that you'd like me to try, please let me know. All right, and then this last one, and then I'm going to get them closer to the camera so you can see them in all of their glory. So we've got Grape Slushee. Icy is next. There's that blue with the tinsel, so pretty. Xtra Ice. So much sparkle. Blue Razz, you can see the translucentness. And then Razzade. So you can see it's a lot more pink after you top coat and activate. Then I really wanted to put Punk and Grand Finale together so you can see how well these reds match in this collection. Here's Poppets. And lastly, Firecracker. If you need a red, white, and blue collection, this is it, you all, because these colors are going to really work for a lot of different seasons, not just Americana right now. All right, here they are, the 9. Remember, you can get them on 6/16 and 6/30. This was by Devon. I'll see you all next time. Thanks for stopping by. Bye, y'all.